Hello, hello. La-Mulana 2. So we made some good progress yesterday. Defeated the first boss, whose name I forgot. No, it was Tiamat? No, I forgot. I should probably be taking more notes, but I feel like the things that I've found haven't been noteworthy. I've written down 3 things. Socket embedded a key in Leto's body. Yggdrasil leads holder of the Jed to Thakud, something? Can't read my own writing. And Sekhmet is protected by 5 mantras. Hello, sir. Did I don't oh, I have a crystal skull now. That's the other interesting thing. I have a crystal skull and I have a limited use of pepper. Vulcan phase. Hello. That altar is used for village. We already read this, but I wonder if it's a hint for later. Actually, I wonder if it's a hint for right now. I have a crystal skull. Can I bury it here? I don't want it. Well, we're allowed to be lost. We just beat a boss. We beat a boss at the end of the last stream. Protect from falling rocks, but I want the falling rocks to hit me. I don't know where you get this main character dies all the time, Elder Zelfud. Let's go to our bus table. 1 bus in the morning, if we feel like it. 8 hours to the closest city with an airport. I didn't read these signs before. I read that one. Oh, all of the things that I've written down, I also recorded. Ooh, bonk. Alright, let's warp. Let's grail warp. There is a place that I can go into, the hot cold land. Heat flames cold. Heat ice breath. The only other thing I can think of that I would need to explore down here is the No, let's go just to see if having a skull reminds me of anything. Does it have a description? Each skull is said to have a unique ancient epitaph on it, which I can't read, I guess. There's also one treasure that I couldn't get. Why couldn't I get it? What's up? What can I do for you? You who would stop time. Oh. Oh, right! There was a door that would open if I defeated one guardian. It's okay. Good thing I came down here. Divine Fortress. Ow, ow, ow! Is this a message about me getting hit? That bluish glow is the ruins' famous barrier. It's a sizzling little trap that grills up any living thing passing through it. Nice. If something wasn't alive, it might be able to get through. Like steel or something. A shuriken might go through if you tried tossing one over. Ah, I see. Shoot at the figure before you. I also see. Being awfully nice. Mural depicting 2 migratory crows. Yatagarasu. No, it's one leg too many. While ostensibly an illustration of Hugin and Munin, some say it represents the divine fortress itself. Okay. Last fortress was Mom. This fortress is crows. Very curious. Very conspicuous, like, something's gonna happen with that one column below this guy who's standing there. Worry about it later. Look at my Einjar. Spirits of powerful warriors ascending for the coming of the end. They were originally gathered at Valhalla, but were later dispatched to the Divine Fortress to attack the Aesir. There's 2 factions, Aesir and Vanir, I think. They display their power only at the command of the Valkyrie. When their bodies turn red, they become invincible. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Little pup. Gotcha. Gone Bursty, that's the name of a dragon in Final Fantasy XIV. Words written on the mural, too big to scan. Try specialized software. Okay. Try whipping everything. Okay. He's bored. Should have turned red. Okay, now, well, let's read this first. Valhalla lies beyond the gate, deep in the Divine Fortress. We of Odin sealed it behind that gate. Do not approach unless you pine for the end and the fjords. So there is a switch down there, but there's also a seal, which makes me think the seal is what opens the chest. And this, and this switch is a trap. I think all switches are traps, but that's okay. Here we go. Bleh. Oh, okay, so I was wrong. Map acquired, I see. I guess the map is usually an easy chest. It's not like they make it really difficult to find the map. Odin's Corridor. Which, even already, I should be mapping and taking note of room names, right? Right? I'm going to. The maps don't seem to follow the same rule as before. Oh, that way I can also put that there's a dang seal in here. Yeah, I should definitely be doing this. What's wrong with me that I didn't do the last one already? Divine Fortress thing? Yeah, this is a nice theme. I like it. Alright, so this is Odin. Odin's Corridor, and it has a... What am I going to call this seal? It's probably the same name as the last one, but we'll just call it seal number 1. 1 in a circle. I'm gonna go back down real quick. Fall on some spikes. Nope, we're fine. This is also Odin's Corridor. The Divine Gate. And there is a room off to the left. Origin Altar. Touché. We got an Eye of Punishment in here. Man, it's really nice to be able to, like, walk. Walk and jump and not get frustrated by it. The Migratory Ravens, Hugin and Munin. Odin's servants and protector of a sigil that looks... Yeah, that's the one that I'm looking for. So, give me it. Give me it, you birds. Tyr. I have heard that the trickster of Yggdrasil has been freed. I saw a light fly toward Valhalla. I believe he came back for the purpose of reawakening Vritra. Our own race created this disaster. It is the beginning of the capital E end. Were you not listening? No, I was listening. Good. What else? Oh, that's all. Actually, I wasn't. I was hoping he would kill me, and then I would respawn. Well, something will happen. Oh, there they are! It's nice that they, like, stagger a tiny bit. Well, I didn't manage to dodge it. Oh, also they hurt tremendously. Oh no, they don't hurt tremendously. I was just very low on life? I threw that and then I saw it going directly for the eye. And I'm like, I'm gonna get lightninged. But I wasn't. Oh, no. I should try not to die. I'm trying to do it like as no. Confused how I got so low on life, but I guess it's my fault. So do all that again. Oh, that's right! From getting zapped a million times as I walked into the thing, of course. Not this way. I gave the laser a hug. You're absolutely right. Burbs did nothing wrong. Almost had an exact repeat. I saw the site, like, it's just a summary site. So it didn't seem like there was much real information yet. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Odin's statue. Thought to be a statue of Odin, the supreme deity in the Norse mythology pantheon. In reality, Odin's name is the overseeing organization of the divine fortress. As such, there are many statues of Odin, countless tales of Norse mythology, too many in fact to credibly attribute to a single deity. Okay. Odin is folks. Got it. Why? Odin has like a zillion different names? This is the first I've heard of that. Tried that. Has anybody played or seen the Super Hot sequel that I think just came out? I forget what it's called. Now that I know one of you is dumb and just sits there. I didn't expect that to be that easy. Okay. Alright, I'll wait for you to come back. And then I'll get hit. And again, and again. I'm just a fireball magnet now. Boop. Boop. Origin said we're getting seals real fast. I guess. It seems like a while since in the first game, I didn't get the, I didn't find a seal until pretty, like, it felt like it was a while before I even found the first one. But I think that's because even at the, like, the very beginning of the game, things were weird. Alright, so we already opened this one. Let's go up. I cannot be reached by your feet. Turn back. Oh, it. It couldn't be reached by your feet. Turn back. It couldn't be reached by my feet. Turn back. Careful your toes don't get pinched. You don't want to end up like me. That. Oh, well, that happens sometimes. Should go back and save, too. Yeah, it's not too... Obviously, it's not too far from here back to the save point again. There we go. Didn't mean to hit up. Oh, you know what else? I can show things to shopkeepers or whatever, right? Maybe I should show the crystal skull to Tyr. Boop. Just to see. Out of curiosity. Oh, I probably should have also, instead of just saving, I should have hot springsed. How about the... Okay, can't select the sigil, so doesn't matter. I'm not far from filling up. Look at me. I'm gonna feel full health in no time. Believe me, I would not lie to you. I can't get that one. So I can't jump and I can't climb that, and he kind of made it seem like... No, did I jump over here before? We'll find out. Yeah. I don't know why I have to be afraid of my toes getting pinched. Come on, dog. Give me your life essence. Wednesday is named for Odin. And why didn't they name it Odin's? Oh, maybe they did at first. And they're like, sounds weird. Sounds weird. We better have a silent D in there instead. Okay, you take that. I'm at full health. This is obviously meant for a shuriken, but why? What will happen if I don't? I'm gonna read it. Read it. Ah! Aim and shoot. I was gonna do that anyway. Hey, it looks kind of like Tiamat from 14 because they're all chained up. The calamity of the Vanir's creation, created to overturn the precepts of the end, it slumbers in an Ankh, storing energy until that day arrives. Slumbers in an Ankh? It would give you such a crick in the neck. Four fairies live on within Yggdrasil. Their power shall be revealed to those who obtain the Isis pendant that Volton Phase was mad at me for, like, legitimately 4 entire streams. The light of the fairies will summon a door. I don't believe you. Alright. So it looks like there's a fairy already. Who are you? Can I whip you? I can. Oh, I can also fall to my death. Valhalla, where the souls of warriors gather, where there are 12 thrones, rafters. 12 thrones, rafters of spears, roof of shields. I'm probably gonna have to set something to spear and something to shield in order to unlock something. And also the number 12. Oh! Valkyrie. Brings me to the switch. I shall press it. That happened. Okay. So last time I did this, instead of getting the fairy, I walked over there and fell. Ground claw. I want to kill that thing first. Dot, dot, dot. It's the Warrior of Light. Fairies. Investigating these ruins would be a lot easier if they lent you their powers. They've got various powers, like health restoration. There were fairies in the ruins of La-Mulana, but those were created with the Tree of Life, a machine used to create life itself. I heard from the Fairy Queen that the originals from which they were copied are trapped inside Eg-Lana. If you spring them free, I'm sure they'll cooperate. Fate will your loveliest of branches, something, something, it's hard to say. Touch it. Oh boy. The Soul Gate is sealed by the souls of those who keep guard. Extinguish the lights of souls etched above the gate. Offer as many guardians' lives as lights. Then lo, the gate shall open. I already opened one of those, right? Yes. What are you doing? Okay. EverX. A hearty nya to you. We're doing good. We're doing super good. Never better. Alright, am I gonna touch the thing? I am. It opened. I completely stopped recording room names. I only just realized. Alright, this is Vanir. Vanir Seal. Oh, Valhalla. Okay. Don't really want to come here just yet. This is the fortress of the Vanir, who defied the Aesir who sought to destroy Yggdrasil. I'm gonna jot that down just so that I know, in case I need it later. Aesir sought to destroy Iggy. That picture down there, could that be Midgard-Zormr, the World Serpent? I think it could. I have a feeling. But we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go back. Really? Which Brocker says, "Get out." Okay. Atri also says, "Get out." Tribe of 5th children. Hated his family, now lives in the Divine Fortress. A genius of smithing, he created many artifacts, so he's not one to be depended on. Younger brother? Do I have to buy 3 things from him? Slightly more reasonable than his brother. Still has no interest in interests outside of making things. Do I recognize the kanji? No. It's too faded. Oh, that's Oni. So, like, older brother, and this one must be, the one that you teased me about before. I'm not looking. It's Ototo. Yeah, I got it. It's definitely from Nordic Runes. Kanji would make no sense. Oh, I don't have the claw. I can't cling to surfaces. That would be silly. Ooh, we got, he killed me. Shit. Read tablets first. In Valhalla, there is a pond of poisoned water. The Vanir sunk their treasure to its tainted depths. I would have jumped in anyway. What do I look like? A smart guy? Do I want to push these weights? Is it a puzzle? It was not a puzzle. I got a sacred orb. Dark Star-Lord, never heard of him. Dark Star-Lord's footprint. Yes, sometimes they're just very straightforward, just like the opening to this place. When Zelfwood emails me and is like, you know, shurikens might be able to pass through that thing, and the tombstone next to me also says, shoot through the thing and shoot the guy. You pick the best equipment for the job, always prepare for the worst. Like me, never caught wearing anything but my trusty old banana hammock. Made it this far in life with this philosophy, so trust me on this one, said the guy who died, unlike me. And then I jumped. Okay, save point. Alright, let's go one room to the right so that I can label it, because I didn't the first time. Oh, I did. This is Odin's corridor. Alright, so now back to the... Oh. Controller stopped working. I suppose that is true. In a manner of speaking. This is also antechamber. Injured by a stationary dog, it happens. Vanir Seal, even though we're down here. Alright, both of these rooms are called Vanir Seal. Let's go... There's a room... The room below me is the one that I couldn't reach. I don't know, what do you call it? It doesn't look like there's a way down. Okay, so we'll just go back up. Hop. Hop. Liqueur. Liqueur path, although I labeled the wrong room. It's that one. Jerk. Also liquor path. Liquor passed down by a Lokapala sage, our hidden treasure that allows one to escape death but once. If you seek it, you must make the climb by Odin's side. Keep the deity's words on your lips as you make for the great cup. Interesting. Also, I'm not going to be able to make it up there. Yep. Nope. I could write that down, but I won't. Room of Generations. That one. And this one. Wasn't supposed to whip that. Fell all the way down. Tragic. It was a bat. Tragic. Frickin' come on. I also, I got to see, now that I understand the context of what umbrella means. It is funny now how often I said the word umbrella in the previous game. Just in the one room, really. Where I was like, yeah, man, I really need an umbrella here. So did I go right here? Oh, that just leads there. I did it! That's important enough to save. Brunhilde? Are those all the... yeah, they're pretty much the same design, except for a hidden thingus to the left and to the right. Brunhilde. Chalice. Rao Grior. Wrist guard? I'd be upset if I was Rao Grior. That one sounds dumb. Sigrun. Lunar. Breastplate. Oh, the other things might be important too. Divine, specifically the Divine Chalice. And then the Golden Gleaming. And then the Lunar. Yeah, I remember that came up. Oh no, wait, did that come up in our playthrough? Or was it from watching Deceased Crab? I don't remember. But you were going to town and hide about when I said umbrella. You're like, that's not what umbrellas are for. So there's still 1, 2, 3 rooms up around here that I have not been to. But that I'm not sure that I can reach. Perhaps if I yawn. Is that the answer to the puzzle? Oh no, I've been in one of them. Fairy King's Boat. Absolutely none of this is legible. Yes, yeah, I'm doing pen and paper notes. It was kind of it seemed kind of necessary last time. All right, so at this point, oh, how mean. I didn't go in here and talk to this guy? I guess not. Never mind. We of Odin were chosen by the Aesir to oversee this fortress. We were sent here to Eg-Lana along with the Vanir in order to seal the Vanir away. We shall continue to seal them away from all eternity. But the Aesir, we were told, are the ones who are trying to destroy Yggdrasil. That's not more. That's just the same. Don't do anything stupid. Goes without saying. Oh, and I haven't been... Oh, I have been up. Up is where I fought the thingos. I suppose that is something I am apt to do. Alright, so at this point I've been in every room other than the one above Room of Generations that I can't reach until I get the climbing claw. And the one to the left of the entrance. I could go back through the first map and see what I can unlock with the seal, because for no reason I wasn't writing down the locations where there were seals. Or I can go ahead to Valhalla, which I think is a bad idea. Hey, look at that. New area? And woofin. No map. Duh. Picture of a fairy. That looks like I shouldn't whip it. Do I want to go here? Oh, and from the last passage, I was over sync to control. Alright, how about this then? How about warp out to the surface, heal, check the surface for seals. I don't even remember if there were any... I really should have been writing stuff down. I'm even gonna go through the intro area right here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't go and look up a La-Mulana speedrun, which is what I had wanted to do after I finished. I'm gonna check further down first. Oh, look, there's a glowing glowy up there. Which I can't reach. Who are you? There's a shop. goddesses? You didn't sell those before. You did sell an Ankh jewel before, but I think it might be a fake. It lets you see how much HP bosses have left. Fair. Yeah, I need a double jump or something to get up there. I shall make note of it though. Somehow. Where am I? Pit of Holy Grail. Gate of Guidance. Need double jump for seal. Or a jetpack. Nothing gets by old He-Ten. You guys like to have your fun, and your games, and your game funs. But I see pretty much everything that's ever happened. Oh, and unfortunately, Oh, that's the place where you used to weigh yourself, I just realized. Can't get back up there. There's a curious little thing. That one seems important somehow, since I can't get to it. Used to be able to jump on his knee, but I don't know. Used to weigh yourself. There was a scale. There was a scale here. It was necessary for the puzzle about getting the two sides to be the same weight. Yeah, gem scale. Yeah. I found it really early and went, oh, okay, like, I got it. I was like, I stepped on it, I got my weight, I'm gonna need it later. Or these two symbols came up, and I went, those symbols are numbers, and they're telling me my weight, and I'm gonna need it later. And I can whip this thing. Don't lie, you're whippable. Reported for lying. The wall's gonna get banned. By the way, there was something your dad told me. He says archaeologists can't get caught up in common sense. I don't approve of damaging the ruins. But it's good to search for scalable places other than just ladders and stairs, like places on walls or statues where you might be able to get a good grip or foothold. That's how you make new discoveries of things that normally wouldn't be found. Hey, I was trying to tell her this stuff. The early bird gets the worm. Face. Oh yeah, learning the yeah, it's funny too that Mulbrook, like, tells you, one of her things that she says is, have you learned to read the language without looking at, without the use of a scanner? The numbers are the easiest part. And it's like, wow, that's actually, that was, like, I didn't pick up on it, as most hints you don't pick up on until after the fact, but I'm like, yeah, that's... She was hinting at the fact that there's a puzzle that requires you to learn the number... Well, kind of requires. Or no, pretty much completely requires. Requires you to figure out the number system. So were they talking about here? Or was that just in general, like something that triggers after you've walked like 8,000 steps? I'll just be on the lookout. Nope. The crystal... Ah, okay. Alright. He did do some research. That crystal skull you lent me, it's pretty interesting. It seems as though there are 12 of these in total. Among the materials I was researching was something called the 12 seal inscriptions. Apparently the various seals can be broken in accordance with the number of skulls in your possession. Anyway, I've digitalized those research materials. I don't know what's written in them, though. I mean, they were sealed, so... Would you like to hear that again? Oh, a skull app. It can extract the data from the crystal skulls into a text format. Launch the map from the menu screen. Ye of weak and dumb body. Hey, he's talking to you. Who holds this skull in her hand? Damn it, that's me. Hear our mind, fulfill our will. Oh, though we are noble, why do we crumble so? Unable to come down to this land of the puny, we shall impress upon this world at least our will. Nebiru, was he one of the giants? From the first game? I have all their names written down. Somewhere. That was not one of the giants' names.